Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melanie and today's video is going to be a mini seed haul, and I'm also going to be going through my seeds and showing you everything that I'm planning on growing for the next year, which is 2023. It's crazy, it's like less than a week away and I am so excited about starting seeds and getting my flower beds and gardens going again. It's what keeps me going the rest of the winter, let me tell you. So I'm going to flip you guys around and just kind of run through or show you quickly how I store my seeds, and then we'll go into the seed haul and I'll go into details of what I'm all planting this year. So this is my seed storage setup. It's just like a Rubbermaid bin, plastic bin, and it kind of works for me. So I've got some seeds that I've saved from last year, zinnia seeds. I have so many of them. Definitely have way more than I need. Also some seed packets that I can put together myself. These are empty seed packets from last year, and so I've just kind of organized them. These are my vegetables mostly, as well as starting with the beans, I believe it is. Going out through, there's herbs on the end, and then anything that's like a big package goes in this little slot. But I just used cardboard. I cut cardboard into little pieces. I don't know exactly how big they are, but anyway, and that's how I organize my seeds, and it seems to be working so far. I do have quite a lot, and a lot of this was bought this year. So I typically order, or the last couple of years, I've ordered my seeds in September or probably the latest October. And so I am really early with all of that, but I really like to make sure that I get the seeds that I want, and so that none are out of stock. And so I do have a little haul to share with you guys as well. I do have more seeds coming because I keep just ordering more. I'm like addicted to buying seeds. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, I'm planning on starting all of my own seeds this year, flowers, herbs, and all of my vegetables that I need to start ahead of time. So yeah, let's get into the seed haul and I'll show you what I just got last week in the mail. So this is from Ontario Seed Company. So let's see what is in here. Now there was a couple of things that I realized that I didn't have as much as I wanted or what I was needing. So I got some more lettuces. I got the, I don't know if it's going to show up, probably not. But anyways, it's a baby leaf blend, and so it's got different lettuces in here. So I thought that would be kind of fun. And then also like a head lettuce called, what is it called? Great Lakes. So yeah, that is what we're going to do. And then we also want to grow some things for pigs. So we like to, give them things out of the garden as much as we can. And so apparently turnips are supposed to be good for that, as well as I believe they are short, 60 days to harvest. So I got 2 of the purple top white globe turnips. So we'll see. They're not for us. They're literally just for the pigs. Maybe chickens, I'm not sure. But yeah, that was a new one this year. And then I discovered I needed more dill, and I grow the Mammoth, the heirloom, I think it's the Mammoth dill. This doesn't actually even say, but it's the heirloom variety, so I could save dill seeds if I decided to. And then I got a variety of herbs. So I want to try starting lavender. It's apparently also an heirloom seed. And oregano. Now I do have an oregano plant outside. It is not a perennial necessarily in my zone. I'm in 5B, maybe 6A, but mostly 5B. And but if you let it go to seed in the fall before the frost hits, then it'll reseed itself and it'll grow that way. So I do have a pretty large plant, but I want to get more because I need to start dehydrating more oregano. I go through a lot of it with my spaghetti sauce. So that is also an heirloom one. I don't know what variety this is actually. It just says oregano. And then this is a sweet basil. I love the Genovese, I think it's called. Yeah, I have another one. The Genovese basil. It's really, really aromatic, and it's really, really good. And the leaves are really, really big. So this is an organic seed, but I am looking forward to that. And then I got a number of packages. I got 4 in total of the Kuroda carrot. So this was a new one that I grew this past year. And we ended up doing a second sowing of carrots. I think we seeded them, oh my, was it? I can't remember. Was it end of July or in August sometime? Specifically for storage. And we also have some still out in the garden covered up with straw bales, so we can literally go and dig out some at any point. And we just did actually the week of Christmas, I think it was, and they're still perfect condition. So these are seeming to store really, really well in our cellar in some shavings. So it's a variety originated in Japan, and they grow, the roots grow from 6 to 8 inches. They're crisp, sweet taste, high water content, and they're a great storage carrot. So I got 4 more packages of those because we want to grow the same ones next year again. And now we are going to go into the seeds that I'm growing this year. So first of all, I'm doing a huge, not huge, I mean it's huge to me, but not to a lot of people maybe. At the end of my garden, when I look out my kitchen window, I can see my garden, and the end that I see from my kitchen window, I want to do like 5 or 6 long rows. So my garden is about 70 feet wide, and then much longer than that. So the width of the garden, I want to do 5 or 6 pretty close together rows of cut flowers. So sunflowers, cosmos, zinnias. I want to do marigolds on the garden inside, like the inside on the garden side, just as pest control. I'm going to be doing some dahlias, snapdragons. Oh, I don't know. I'll tell you as I get in here. Bachelor buttons, asters, some of those things. And I'm direct sowing all of them. But I want to show you the zinnias, the seeds that I saved. So this is like a gallon-sized bag. And these are the pom-pom ones. Or what was the other name? Lilliput zinnias. So these are a smaller variety. So I've planned in which order I want to plant them so that I know, tallest ones obviously towards the end, right? And so these ones are my California Giant ones. Again, gallon-sized bag, tons of seed, and I've given so much seed away already too. So I followed Ruth Ann Zimmerman's method of saving the zinnia flower colors that you wanted and then letting them dry and saving them that way. So I'm really, really excited to see what they look like because I saved so many. Also, I was watching, I can't remember what YouTube channel it was, and this gentleman was talking about saving zinnia seeds. And when you save zinnia seeds, they've cross-pollinated with all these other colors. And so they may not be perfectly true to that color. They might have cross-pollinated. And so you can literally create different colors of zinnias and shapes and styles. And so I'm really looking forward to that. Another one that I saved seeds from was Cosmos. Now this is a quart-sized bag. So this it's a mix, dark pink, pink, and white. I'm excited to be growing those as well. And then I will show you my cut flower. These are all cut flowers. Isn't that insane? Well, marigolds maybe not so much, but I'm going to be planting them specifically for pest. See if they keep the pests away. Excuse me. So I'm planting snapdragons. These are the rocket mix. I grew those last year. They did well for me. And then I've got these are different colors. These are from Mackenzie Seeds. I had bought a bunch of seeds at a garage sale this past fall. Somebody worked at like a Home Depot or something, and they were just getting rid of seeds, so they took them all home and they're selling them at a garage store for, I think it was 50 cents a package or $1 a package. And so these are the Cosmos Bright Lights. So I thought those were fun colors to have in the garden and for cut flowers. And then these ones are a dahlia. They're Sunny Reggae. So again, I'm just going to direct sow these. You can do that. And now in my climate, oh, it does say that you're supposed to start these ahead, but I'm going to just direct sow them, I think. I might not get as much flowering time, but I just do not have space in my house to be starting all these flowers inside, because I have other things I need to start inside. So this is another Snapdragon. It's called the Magic Carpet. And so a little different colors. If you compare, I'm going to try not to make this video too long, but if you compare, you can see there are different colors. So that'll be fun. And then I've got, this is a Candy Cane Zinnias. So again, just a zinnia, but fun. And then I've got a couple of like Flower Garden wildflower seed packets. I may or may not start these or plant these in the garden. We'll see. I'm also expanding my flower beds, so they'll probably go somewhere. And then, is this all the, maybe this is. I thought I had more sunflowers, but I guess this might be it. This is one of the ones that I got at the garage sale called the Velvet Queen. And then I'm going to do some asters. And then I had saved some seeds from a seed mix. And they're bachelor buttons. They're blue bachelor buttons. So those should be fun. We are planning on doing a little roadside stand possibly this summer with any extra produce that we have. So I'll be selling little flower bouquets. So you can't really see these, but these are bright pink petunia seeds. You can see the little seeds in there. I'm gonna see if I can get it to focus. Tiny little seeds. They're so teeny. But I'm gonna start all my own petunias. I do those in my hanging baskets, and then I may also end up putting them in a front flower bed where we might be putting an antique hay rake in. So I'm also going to be starting, see all the packets, the Amara Rose Impatiens. They did phenomenally for me in my shade flower garden or flower bed. Just beautiful color. Little tip, make sure you cut your Impatiens back when you like it, just a couple weeks after you plant them out, cut them back to like 2 inches, and they come back and they bloom. They literally bloomed the entire summer, and they were just gorgeous. I had so many people commenting on them. And then I'm going to be starting my own geraniums. I want those around my entire flower beds in sun, so which is pretty much all my flower beds. Now these are a bright hot pink called, it says premium, it's the Hybrid Geranium Pinto Premium Lavender Rose. Now this is Stokes. They don't necessarily have colored photos on their packages. This is another one I occasionally order from. But yeah, it's like a hot pink color, which I love. And then these are assorted flowers that I'm hoping to either start from seed or at least plant. So last year I grew pink morning glories. They're called Crimson Rambler. They bloomed all summer. My blue ones, there was not one bloom in them in the entire time. I also saved some of my own pink morning glory seeds. And then I do have white and blue, but I'm not going to be planting those this year. I have a number of pansy seeds packets. I don't think I'm going to be planting those this year. Those are from last year. Something I do want to plant is Coleus. I have an idea for another shade flower bed, and Coleus loves shade. It does really, really well. Alyssum, I have it in my in my tote here, but I'm not going to be planting Alyssum. It took over last year and I pulled it out. I want to start hollyhocks. Now this is a perennial, so I'm going to be starting those. And then again, they're tall. I believe they're like really tall. It does not say how tall they get, but I know they get, oh yeah, 48 inches, so perfect. And 4 to 5 inch fully double 4 to 5 inch flowers. That's amazing. Those are huge flowers. Verbena, they're white. This comes from another country, Polish or Poland. I bought them on Etsy. I want them in my hanging baskets. And then I am going to start some foxglove. This is the Camelot mix. Again, I'm trying to start some perennial flowers so that, you know, I don't have to do that next year. And so I've got delphiniums I want to start. The, what is it called? Magic Fountains mix. I love those colors. I'm trying to do everything in my flower beds in like purples and pinks, blues. So definitely in these colors. And also adding in yellows. So yeah, I'm going to be doing those, and then some purple coneflower or echinacea. And then I've also got a couple of varieties of chrysanthemums. We'll see if I end up starting those or not. Some Physostegia. I'm not sure. It's I think it's called the obedient plant, to be honest. Yeah, obedience plant. Look it up, it's pretty cool. We'll see. Some of these I ordered, and I'm not sure if I'm going to start them all this year. I may end up waiting until next year. So there's also Echolea or Marshmallow, and there's Larkspur, which actually is an annual, I believe. Anyway, so there's white Larkspur, and I've got the pink. And then I also got, oh, here's another one. I didn't realize I had the same, but it's Magic Fountains mix as well from Delphiniums. And then some Liatris. And then this is actually a bush or a shrub called Buddleia. This is from William Dam Seeds. This is the company where you can actually get seeds for like hydrangeas. You can get seeds for, I don't know, multiple different bushes or shrubs, which we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if they grow for me or not. I'm excited to try. Regardless, I don't need a lot of them, so that won't take up too much space. And then we're going to start moving on to vegetable. I grow the tender green beans, and then I grow for the green beans. They're bush beans. They're not a pole bean. And then I grow the gold rush bush bean seed for my yellow beans. That's what I grow for bean. Oh, and I also actually bought some new ones for this year. The organic Blue Lake bush. We'll see which ones I ended up using. All right, moving on to beets. I grow the Detroit Dark Red. Very good. Just make sure you thin them out is what I would say. And then I also got a variety pack. There's the Detroit, Chioggia, and Golden beet seeds. I love to try new things. So this one, this is the one I grew last year called Golden Acre. It's an earlier variety. And then I'm going to try this one this year as well. It's called the Brunswick Sauerkraut. I think it's a little bit longer. But you can actually direct sow that one. And then I threw celery in with brassicas. I know that's not really, but I grow the tall Utah. I'm starting my own celery plants too. And then this is the Super Snowball Self-Blanching Cauliflower. It did really well last year. And then I have a green sprouting broccoli. This is also, it's not an heirloom, but it's an organic seed. And then I wanted to try something fun, and so I'm doing purple broccoli called Early Purple Sprouting. So that should be fun. All right, so for carrots, last year I grew the Rainbow Blend carrots. Now I love, even with the purple broccoli, I just think it'll look cool on like a veggie tray. That's my biggest thing. So then I also grow the Nantes Corliss carrots. I have 2 packages here. And then the Crota carrot, like I was telling you, and then also some baby finger carrots. I like to do different varieties. There's different days to maturity. And yeah, I just love trying new things, really is what it is. Next, we're in corn. So we mostly grow bicolor or peaches and cream corn, but I also have, and last year we grew the Honey Select, which was still good. I just have some seeds left here, and then I also ordered some more. This is, how many days to maturity was it? 60 to 90. Oh, that's quite a gap. But it was really good. And then this is the sweet corn variety, just peaches and cream. I also have them in this package. There's 2 packets here. This I bought fall of 2020. It still had great germination last year, and so I'm hoping for good germination this year as well. We grow a ton of corn. We go through a lot of corn, and we also sell some. So we do need, I think last year we had 5 rows, 4 or 5 rows. Cucumbers. For pickling, I love these. The Quarantine Hybrid. 45 days here in Ontario where we are. We have cucumber beetles like horrible, and I found that these ones were big enough by the time the cucumber beetles came around that they weren't affected as much, which is great, and they did not get blight. 2 things that I had problems with last year that my cucumbers did horribly. I'm also going to be trying the Chicago pickling. Don't love those as well. The Quarantine Hybrid are also like just really prolific. And then I also am going to be trying the Wisconsin SMR. I believe that, yeah, these are an heirloom seed, so I might be seed saving from those. And then I also grow I don't know if these are pickling or if they're more of a straight 8, but they're called Regal Hybrid. And then I also have the straight 8s. I like to grow a variety of cucumbers. Last year I did, or this past year I did like an English style. I don't know if I'm going to do that again. Herbs. I have chamomile. I want to start seeds. I've got lemon balm, which I may or may not start. I have 1 plant. We'll see if I end up doing more. I do a lot of parsley. I use it in a lot of soups, and I dehydrate a lot of it. And so I grow quite a lot of it. And then I've got more dill from last year. I've got sage. I need to start that as well. I didn't have a lot of success with starting herbs last year, so I'm hoping this year is better. And then I've got oregano. Also, there's only a couple of seeds in there. I want to start some summer savory. And here's just more of that. It's just a culinary blend of basil. I have fennel, but I've never started it. I also have some wild bergamot, which is also bee balm, I believe. This was given to me by a friend. And hopefully I can start some of that. The flowers on that are really, really pretty. I think they're like a pink color. So lettuce. So I normally grow the Grand Rapids leaf lettuce. Kind of boring. That's what my mom did. I also grew romaine lettuce this last year. It's the Paris Island Coss. It was amazing. So good. I've got more seeds of those. I want to do lots of that. And I just noticed I do have the baby leaf blend. Well, I've got lots of seeds now. I'll be sowing a lot of lettuce. But do you know, with the price of lettuce right now, you better be growing your own lettuce, let me tell you. I also have some Butter Crunch lettuce, and I'll probably be selling lettuce, to be honest. A couple packages of those. And I have more of the Paris Island Coss romaine lettuce. So I think I have a good variety of lettuces, and I'm happy about that. Melons. Now, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with melons. I love the way they taste, but they take up so much room in a garden. So yeah, I think this year we are only going to be growing watermelon. Reason being, cantaloupe has not done well for us the last couple of years. It just gets blight, and they don't taste that great. So I don't think we're going to be growing that. October of 2021, so our first year gardening here, we planted watermelon from seeds I had saved from a huge watermelon we bought from neighbors of my husband's family. It was a huge 20-pound or 21-pound watermelon. So I saved seeds from our biggest melon in 2021, and we planted those this last year. And we had huge, like I think we even had a 24-pound watermelon. Yep, we did have a 24-pound watermelon. We did nothing. We never fertilized. It was just water. It was hot. It was a very hot, dry summer. Perfect for growing watermelon. I also do have sugar baby seeds. Those are good, but if you get like the tiger stripe, the huge, huge watermelon, I recommend growing those. So I saved seeds from 2 different watermelons. One was a 24-pound watermelon, and one was a 21-pound watermelon we grew this year. So we will be planting those come June probably, because you do those later. And we'll see how they grow, but they do really well here. We have a long enough growing season in our part of the world that it's really nice, and it's amazing. You know, growing your own fruit is obviously not as readily maybe available for some people as vegetables, but I highly, highly recommend it. Onions. Now, I don't really do onions from sets, like from onion sets. I start them from seed. Reason being, they grow bigger for me. Last year I had massive, I mean, I'm talking massive onions. I did not cure them properly, and they're not storing very well, and I had a lot rot from the inside out, and it sucks. I planted, I think it was close to 400 onions, like onion starts. So I'm going to be doing that again this year, though. I'm going to be starting my own. Hopefully they come up. Last year they did not come up well at all. So I do the Talon onion. What you do is you just sprinkle a whole bunch of seeds in a big container, and you don't touch them other than trimming them. And these are a really good storing onion. And the early yellow globe, it says best keepers on the market, so I guess so, but they're also just a yellow onion. I did grow some red onions last year just because it was fun, and then I also have some sweet Utah, which I'm not sure if these are a storing onion or not, but they can weigh over 2 pounds each, so they're big. So yeah, hopefully I have more success with onions, or even just with curing and storing, than I even am this year. I'm still learning, and I love it. Now I have a pepper seed stash, hoard, collection, whatever you call it. I sell pepper and tomato seedlings or starts, and so I'm hoping to do that again. As well, I sell peppers, like you know, mature peppers. They sell amazingly, and they're expensive. They're a great seller, and it really doesn't take a lot of work for me. So I grew a lot of my own hot peppers last year. This was a mix that contained a Caribbean red hot, a Mexican hot mix, which a number of peppers in there, and a red hot cherry. And then I'm growing a variety. Basically, there's all sorts of seeds in here, but I do every color. There's a summer red pepper, like sweet pepper, the early Calwonder green ones, and then this is the orange sun orange peppers. There's a golden Calwonder yellow one. This was a cayenne pepper. Here's more of the same, a summer red, I think I already said that. This is the California Wonder, just a green pepper, but they do turn red with maturity. This is orange sun. I have a lot of packages of those. I also have a bunch of packages of jalapeno peppers, the hot ones. They sell really well too. And then some more of the golden Calwonder yellow peppers. We are just figuring out and learning how and what sells. So seedlings sell. There's really not a lot of greenhouses around us that sell vegetable seedlings. There's a lot that sell flower. Not a lot. There's some that sell flower, I should say. And so last spring, when I started my own tomato and pepper seedlings, I started way too many. So I was like, well, I'll try selling them on Facebook Marketplace. And they sold so well. I made several $100s just from selling seedlings that were just extras. I would have just thrown them out otherwise. Anyway, going on, radishes. Normally just grow the cherry bell, but this year I wanted to try the Easter egg variety, I guess you call it. So it's just different colors of radishes. Just fun, you know. And last year I didn't grow much. I didn't grow any zucchini. I grew a couple of squash. But here's I think it's an organic, but it's a Victory. It's a different brand of butternut squash than I normally did. I was growing the Waltham butternut squash and heirloom seeds, so I could seed save from that one. Did not grow any pumpkins this year. We had tons last year. Oh, and I'm realizing maybe I need to order more zucchini seeds. I'm not super organized, I guess. Anyway, I need to grow zucchini because I didn't grow any this past year, and I would like some for my freezer. I love to make zucchini muffins and cakes and things in the winter, and if I don't have any growing, then I need to obviously order some. Yeah, so we're getting down to the last bit of it. So I have, technically peas would be next, but I have big packages of those. So I'm growing many different kinds of tomato varieties, again, because I can sell seedlings. So this is just the normal beefsteak. It's the heirloom one. A great tomato to plant. This is the cherry tomato or grape tomato called Tumbling Tom Yellow Hybrid. Here's a black cherry tomato. That one's an heirloom. This is the Big Beef Hybrid, also a great producer. They did very well for me. Here is a Roma tomato. I have tons. These are like 25-gram packages, so I have lots of seeds. Here's some more beef steaks. These are organic, but I don't know if these are I don't believe these are the heirloom ones, but I have tons of packages. Again, I'll be starting a lot. And then I have the Brandywine tomatoes. Those are an heirloom. And the Sweetie grape tomatoes or cherry tomatoes. And then I also have another beefsteak one from Stokes. I believe this is an heirloom one as well. But anyway, lots of tomatoes to start. Looking at all these seeds, I'm like, oh my goodness, I have a lot of work cut out for me. But that's okay. It keeps me busy and out of trouble. And yes, I do have a lot of things going on with homeschooling my boys as well, but that's okay. So I always grow a snap pea, the best snack in the garden by far. So just the sugar lace or sugar snap vine is what that one's called. And then the best peas to grow in my area, because I get really hot climate, is the Dalve. The Dalve brand or kinds of peas. These are like the best. They are very, very prolific. They produce like crazy, and in my opinion are the best peas to grow. So that is all the seeds that I'm growing this next year, all the things. And so I hope it was of interest to you and it wasn't like boring. But it's just, I'm so looking forward to gardening in 2023. So please don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Bye.